My name is Danny Barsanti, and this is my last lecture. My college journey started in 2017 and took me from Chicago to the University of South Carolina. I quickly realized that it wasn't quite the school for me, but I still had a great time and made some great friends that I keep in touch with. I found my scope on UD after visiting some friends in the spring of 2018 on St. Patty's Day. Aside from the size of the crowd, the crazy energy, I had my first exposures to the Dayton community. People inviting me on their porch, having genuine conversation, and showing me why UD is the best campus with the best students. I visited again for an official tour, crunched the numbers, was accepted, and I was off to UD in the fall of 2018. I share this story because being a transfer student has some unique challenges, and the moral of the story is that the grass is always greener on the other side, but that doesn't mean that the lawn doesn't have to be mowed. Leaving what you already built to start something new, missing the friends you've made, and essentially being a freshman 2.0 is not easy. But these are exciting times. These are the times to put yourself out there, do things out of your comfort zone or normal routine, something I failed to do at USC and would not repeat again. For example, instead of trying to go out for club volleyball again, which I still did, I wanted to try to find other groups and activities to get involved in. I wanted to explore the campus, the community around it, not fall into the same trap. There is beauty in the Dayton area, you just have to get out and find it. In terms of social clubs, I didn't really enjoy the idea of Greek life at USC and I didn't even try it. And I thought the same thing when I got to UD. I was convinced to go to a couple events, if not to join, just to meet some new people. So I did. I ended up loving it and how it didn't feel like a frat at all. It was casual and easygoing. I ended up joining Sigma Nu and the decision has changed my life. I have made some of the best friends that I have to this day, and I started my own business because of them. With one step towards discomfort is bound to come another, so I began my drywall business. I have worked in the trades most of my life and have acquired some great skills, but I never planned to do much with them beyond rarely having to hire someone to get the work that I need done. As part of my candidacy with Sigma Nu, we had to do a house improvement project, so I fixed a few holes they had in the walls. After that, people began reaching out to me and I started making a little bit of cash on the side. With each semester, I grew more popular, and after about a year, I became known as Danny Drywall. I've now grown it and call it my business, and it is one of my strongest talking points in professional conversations. The lesson here is that we all have something to leverage. We may just not understand how to do it. Going to college, knowing your strengths, and finding where to apply them in clubs, sports, and classes is what will help students get the most out of their schooling. I also found a stray cat under a car on Lowe's, and Zelda is now a part of our loving home. Not saying that this is what college is for, but it's nice knowing the opportunity is there. Leverage, discomfort, and transformation were the big themes as I moved into my senior year during a pandemic, and I owe a lot of that to Doc T for helping me through them. As a pre-physical therapy student wanting to get into medical sales, my advisor recommended that I take Doc's sales and fundraising and sports class. It was not easy and he constantly challenged all of us, but learning to embrace the Doc T madness is why I'm ready to graduate college and get a job with confidence. I know I haven't focused on academics much during this lecture, but there is a reason for that. I have always been a strong student and worked my booty off in class to earn an A, but that is the issue. In fact, the attitude and work ethic won me the John L. Macbeth Award of Excellence for the HSS department, and that's a great feeling, but there are so many takeaways, connections, and leverage to pull from a class beyond a letter on a piece of paper and awards. One mistake I made that I want others to avoid is to understand that grades are not the most important thing. For example, making a connection with your professors, your classmates, can go a long way. Learning, growth, and real life application of these skills are the most important takeaways, and they often are best understood through failure. I want to close with a true story I learned called the Acre of Diamonds. There was this African farmer who sold all of his land in search for diamond mines. After years of failure, he threw himself into a river and drowned. The person who bought his land was walking along the creek one day and noticed a shiny rock. It was one of the largest diamonds ever recorded, and that land became one of the most productive mines on the continent. Everyone, whether you believe it or not, is standing in their own acre of diamonds. You do not have to go out into the world to find it, you have to find it in yourself first. As this chapter comes to a close, it is important to understand that college is not an endpoint, but a jumping off point. It is the time to reflect on all of those people experiences you have gained to start a new chapter. I found my acre of diamonds at UD, and I hope all who watch this do too.